Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he chaired the 10th Niti Aayog meeting, stressing the importance of cooperation between the centre and the states for achieving the vision of Viksit Bharat. Prime Minister Modi urged the states and the centre to work together like a team. He emphasized the need for states to develop tourist destinations, highlighting tourism's potential to boost local economies. This particular meeting was focused on fostering cooperation to drive India's development and growth. In fact, Chandrababu Naidu, who was part of that meeting, he said that the GDP group must aim to boost investments and that population group is must for fertility. He also added that AI group is set to focus on tech-driven governance. Meanwhile, Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, he raised the issue of water sharing, saying that Punjab has met with injustice and stepmotherly treatment from the centre.
विकसित भारत कैसे होगा इस विषय पर चर्चा हुआ. सभी राज्यों ने अपनी अपनी बातें रखी, हम लोगों ने भी रखा. हम लोगों की भी कुछ डिमांड है. विकसित भारत तो तभी हो सकता है जब विकसित राज होगा. तो हमें लगा कि विकसित राज हो तो विकसित गांव भी होना चाहिए. इसे भी इनकॉर्पोरेट करेगा तब तो चीज़ें स्ट्रांगली बिल्डअप होगा. हमने अपनी सारी बातें रख दी, हमारी आवश्यकताएं क्या है, और ये आवश्यकता और ये सिर्फ डिमांड हमारा नहीं है, ये हम आपसे मांग नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये आवश्यकता है राज्य की. और अगर विकसित भारत की बात हम करते हैं तो उस आवश्यकता को सबकी आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करना पड़ेगा.
நிதி ஆயோக் கூட்டத்தில் தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு என்னென்ன செய்யணும், என்ன பாக்கி இருக்குது அப்படின்னு ஒரு பட்டியல் போட்டு அந்த நிதி ஆயோக் கூட்டத்தில் பேசியிருக்கேன். பள்ளிக்கல்வித்துறைக்கான தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு சேர வேண்டிய எஸ்எஸ்ஏ நிதியப்படுவது, அதே கோவை மற்றும் மதுரைக்கான மெட்ரோ திட்டங்கள்.
I think the Prime Minister, in his, when he addressed the gathering, firstly, he says the 10-year journey of Niti is a 10-year journey preparing the country for Viksit Bharat. He also said Operation Sindoor is not a show of army strength. It has to be converted to social strength because society came out and supported our action. Similarly, Viksit Bharat is not the idea of a chief minister or an individual or anybody in the system. It has to get converted into a people's movement. He also asked states to focus on exports because you just don't have to have manufacturing and services. The world is there for us. The government has been signing a lot of FTAs, more are in the pipeline. We need to leverage the FTAs. And to leverage that, he wanted states to start thinking on those lines. He said the G20 has unleashed a lot of interest in tourism in India. That it's for states to capitalize. And he said, don't try to do everything at one go. One state, one global destination. Another area which he gave a lot of emphasis to was cities. That cities are driving growth. We are about 1/3 urban. By 2047, we'll be 50% urban. We need to pay more attention to that. And the explosive growth of cities is going to take place. If you don't plan for that, you're going to have messy development.
The 10th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog ended with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in fact, saying that the kind of team spirit that India showed during Operation Sindoor was exactly what it needed for Viksit Bharat 2047 to be a success. He said that there needs to be a national movement for India's progress and for efforts to make it a developed country by 2047. Economy is at the core of it, also healthcare and education and also welfare. The Prime Minister spoke about sustainable cities, the fact that most of India is getting urbanized by 2047 is an important reminder to ensure that cities are also made livable by then. He has also talked about the need to increase female labour force participation. He's talked about interlinking of rivers. He's also talked about how changes have to be transformative in nature for common men and women to be acknowledging of the importance of changes in our lives. And most importantly, he's also talked about doing away with obsolete laws so that investors find India as an attractive investment destination. In fact, he's given an idea that every state needs to come up with one global tourist destination. He's talked about taking baby steps at the same time, expediting the speed of our development. He said that it's very important to have a vision. In fact, all of this was briefed to us by BVR Subramaniam, who's the CEO of Niti Aayog. Remember, this was an important meeting. It's an annual meeting where all chief ministers participate. 5 chief ministers of different states and union territories did not come for this meeting. They skipped it. 31 of the 36 states and union territories participated, which was a very high participation. In fact, Mr. Subramaniam said that it was one of the highest participation in the last many years. Of the 5 that skipped also include West Bengal's Mamata Banerjee, Karnataka's Siddaramaiah, Kerala's Pinarayi Vijayan, Puducherry, and of course Bihar's Nitish Kumar. 2 of them are ruled by NDA allies, but there were also opposition chief ministers including Hemant Soren of Jharkhand, Bhagwant Mann of Punjab, Sukhwinder Sukhu of Himachal Pradesh, and of course Revant Reddy of Telangana, and MK Stalin of Tamil Nadu. MK Stalin of Tamil Nadu did talk about devolution of funds. He asked for fairer allocation of dues. Revant Reddy talked about Defence Expo like events to be hosted by Telangana. And what was important is to know that there was unanimous regret over what really happened in Pahalgam, the brutal terror attack that took place, and there was unanimous acceptance of Operation Sindoor as the new normal. In fact, there was applause for what Indian Armed Forces did. That's something that every political party present there, every chief minister present there agreed with. That's what BVR Subramaniam said. And also, the most important aspects was Viksit Rajya becoming the foundation for Viksit Bharat. That is why all states have been asked to come up with their Viksit Bharat footprint for their own states. 17 states have already come up with their own vision document, and now the focus is on implementation and monitoring of this growth. We'll have to wait and see what kind of progress that these states make. But clearly, one of those meetings of Niti Aayog that has ended on a cordial note, because the last meeting that we saw, the 9th Governing Council meeting, was one where the India parties had completely boycotted. Mamata Banerjee was the only leader from the opposition who attended it, and she in fact also walked away in a half after she alleged that she was not given enough time. There aren't those controversies as yet. So clearly, like Mr. Subramaniam said, there was a certain sense of cordiality between the states and the centre, and there was a certain sense that Viksit Bharat will happen only if there are shared aspirations and joint action between the states and the centre.
India is currently witnessing a modest rise in COVID-19 infections, with the Union Health Ministry reporting 257 active cases so far. Kerala, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, they account for over 85% of these cases. Meanwhile, Delhi has also reported 20-odd cases for now. Official sources suggest that the matter regarding COVID-19 cases was reviewed by the Union Health Secretary with the Secretary, Department of Health Research and Director General, Indian Council of Medical Research, DGHS, National Centre for Disease Control, etc. Some COVID-19 cases have been reported mainly from states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Karnataka. It may also be noted that there is a robust pan-India system for surveillance of respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19, through the Integrated Diseases Surveillance Program and ICMR's Pan-India Respiratory Virus Sentinel Surveillance Network. It is observed that most of these cases are mild and under home care.
COVID-19 cases are seeing some sort of a rise at this point across the country, with various states reporting more cases at this point. We did have, the official number of 257 from the Union Health Ministry. However, as the, days are passing, the cases are also rising at this point. However, the Health Ministry, and as per official sources, also maintains that these are mild cases, and most of these cases are under home care. They're also holding regular review meetings, and this also includes, of course, the Union Health Minister, JP Nadda, and the Union Health Secretary as well, who are chairing these important meetings with the Secretaries of Department of Health Research, the DGHS, the Director General of the ICMR, and the National Centre for Disease Control. Now, COVID-19 cases have been reported mainly from states like that of Kerala, which has reported the highest number of cases as of now at 182. Tamil Nadu thereafter at some 66 cases. However, Maharashtra has also, seen 4 COVID deaths just this week. And as of now, the active cases in Maharashtra are that of 166. So far as the capital is concerned, 23 COVID cases have been reported as of now. However, there are all sort of measures that are being taken across board in all the states by all the government hospitals. For instance, Delhi has come up with its own advisories and precautions. The Delhi health government is maintaining precautionary measures at government hospitals such as that of LNJP. There are precautionary measures being taken with bed arrangements in advance so that when a patient comes, there is no issue in terms of treatment that is given out to them. And we also must remember that the health ministry is maintaining that there is nothing to panic about, as respiratory virus is sentinel and there is a surveillance network that is being monitored across board and the situation is, being kept under control. It is also certain that from respective national focal points, there is no indication that these are circulating variants or that they are any more transmissible. Thereafter, of course, the health ministry has also put out word that not just the ministry, but the people also are to remain vigilant and maintain precautionary measures in their own capacity as well, which includes masking up and ensuring basic hygiene.
Meanwhile, 5 deaths have been reported across 2 states because of the spike in COVID-19 cases. These are from Karnataka. 1 death has been reported from there and 4 deaths have been reported from Maharashtra. All the reported deaths had underlying comorbidities. The surge in cases and fatalities highlights the need for continued vigilance and adherence to the public health guidelines.
Here in Karnataka, just a while ago, we've got confirmation about a death. This is in Bengaluru. 86-year-old male who was being treated in the hospital was battling, several other ailments. As of now, has been declared dead. As on yesterday, the government official data had suggested that there were 35 total cases active in the state of Karnataka. 32 of them coming from Bengaluru alone. Now, as far as the health minister and the health ministry itself is concerned, they have maintained that there's nothing to panic really. People have to just maintain certain precautions, and as of now, the symptoms as well not very severe as well.
These deaths primarily being reported this week. 1 person has died today in Thane district. A total of 257 cases since January. In the state of Maharashtra, 47 new patients have been admitted in different hospitals today in Maharashtra, and of the 257 total cases that we are talking about, Mumbai has reported more than 200 cases, and majority of these cases are from the last couple of weeks. The diagnosed cases are mild is what the officials are telling us. Of course, alerts are being issued across the state of Maharashtra. The person who died today is a 21-year-old a young person who was admitted in the hospital due to comorbidities. He had comorbidities is what the hospital officials have told us. And he was admitted on Thursday. Unfortunately, he lost his life today as a result of COVID. Before this, a 70-year-old man and a 14-year-old girl who also had morbidities and a 59-year-old woman were the ones who died in the last few days. So 4 deaths in Maharashtra since January. Most of these deaths reported this week, 1 death today, and more than 257 cases in the state, of which majority of them, which is more than 200 cases, are from the city of Mumbai, and some of them from Thane as well, which is the neighboring district of Mumbai.
Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. The buzz over Mohammad Yunus's resignation comes to an end for the first time after an advisor in his cabinet said that he will remain as the head of Bangladesh's interim government. This clarification comes 2 days after a key ally said that Mohammad Yunus had mulled resignation. Planning advisor Wahiduddin Mahmood, he said, and I quote, he, that is Yunus, did not say he will leave. He said that while we face many obstacles in carrying out the work and responsibilities assigned to us, we are overcoming that, is what he had mentioned.
Mohammad Yunus-led interim government in Dhaka has held an unscheduled meeting amidst turmoil in the country. What does this turmoil stem from? Well, the political parties, the army, all want Mohammad Yunus and his interim government to announce a date for elections. They also want his government to put up important decisions and put off decisions on those important issues till an elected government is in place, so that these issues can be decided on by an elected government. This includes several issues like setting up of a humanitarian corridor. Now, Mohammad Yunus and his Council of Advisors have been taking several policy decisions when the mandate accorded to this interim government was to govern till the time elections are held and a politically elected government is installed in Bangladesh. This happened after the ouster of the Sheikh Hasina-led government in August last year. Now, there have been comments from the army. The army has already said that there have to be elections held by December this year. Critics of Mohammad Yunus have accused him of trying to desperately cling on to power without holding elections, something that the army is uncomfortable with, something that political parties in Bangladesh are also uncomfortable with. Now, Yunus, of course, said he's mulling resignation. His critics say he's using the students' movement and Islamic radicals' support to try and cling on to power when he should have primarily focused on holding elections, which was what the mandate that was given to him. Now, this evening, there was a statement put out from the Advisory Council. Mohammad Yunus, remember, is the chief advisor of that interim government, and it said that an unscheduled meeting of the Advisory Council was held on Saturday following the meeting of the Executive Committee of the National Economic Council. The 2-hour-long primary meeting included detailed discussions on 3 primary responsibilities entrusted to the interim government: election, reforms, and justice. Now, elections are the primary, of course, responsibility. The Yunus government has been trying to dilly-dally on that, something that his critics have pointed out, which is why, of course, this meeting took place. And of course, the interim government goes on to explain what the meeting's agenda was, all of that. It says there are obstacles, the interim government tries to fulfill them, but there is pressure on the Yunus-led government to hold elections, and that pressure is showing, that pressure is leading to turmoil, and Yunus government is also holding that emergency meeting, or that unscheduled meeting as they call it today in Dhaka, to discuss this issue.
And finally, 11 days of chic cinematic affair. That is the Cannes Film Festival. It has come to an end. NDTV's very own fashion guru, Mayank Chaudhary, brings you the best of Cannes, from Aishwarya Rai's 22nd appearance to Alia's glam debut at the festival. Take a look.
The 78th annual Cannes Film Festival is officially wrapping up today. The 11-day-long festival screened multiple brilliant movies and saw some fabulous fashion moments on the red carpet. Although overall the festival this year has been described as slightly cold and bland compared to its previous editions, but we have pulled out all the best moments. First up, it was a big moment for filmmaker Payal Kapadia to have been chosen as one of the jury members. Payal also won the prestigious Grand Prix at last year's Cannes. Bollywood actor and global star Aishwarya Rai made her 22nd appearance at the Cannes Film Festival, once again reclaiming her title as the Queen of Cannes. Aishwarya served 2 stunning looks: an all-white Manish Malhotra Banarsi sari ensemble and then a sculptural black Gaurav Gupta gown, completing it with a silver scarf. Making her debut at the Cannes Film Festival, Alia Bhatt wore a gorgeous off-shoulder cream-coloured Schiaparelli haute couture piece with delicate feather detailing, making a promising first impression at the festival. For another event, Alia chose dark shade and opted for a black Armani Privé gown with sleek hair and matching jewels to complete this divine evening look. It wasn't just the ladies who turned their heads on the red carpet, but the men did not disappoint. The sizzling Pedro Pascal sent the internet into a frenzy when he showed up in a simple yet effective black tank top and matching pants, proving that 50 is the new 25. Swedish actor Alexander Skarsgård also went bold, strutting on the carpet in thigh-high YSL boots. Our very own Ishan Khattar defined the coastal heat and wore a velvet vine bandgala for his highly anticipated film Homebound that received a 9-minute standing ovation. All over, the 11-day-long Cannes Film Festival was a film as well as a fashion fiesta, treating the global audience with moving cinema and striking style statements.
Well, that's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV for more news and updates. An entire row has erupted over K. Kavitha's letter to KTR. Issues emerged from Telangana's opposition, the BRS, which has been exposed with a letter addressed by the party MLC and Telangana Jagruti President K. Kavitha to her father and the party President K. Chandrasekhar Rao. This letter has raised many an eyebrow in the political circles. It has been apparently leaked intentionally, as there was no reason for the MLC to write a letter when she could as well meet her father in person. K. Kavitha has flagged KCR's inaccessibility. Meanwhile, KTR, he said that we are a democratic party and anyone can give suggestions. KTR said on the letter and the row it has led to.
తెలంగాణకు పట్టిన శని కాంగ్రెస్, తెలంగాణకు పట్టిన దయ్యం రేవంత్ రెడ్డి. ఇప్పుడు ఆ దయ్యాన్ని శనిని ఎట్లా వదిలించాలనేది మా టార్గెట్. పార్టీలో డెమోక్రసీ ఉంది కాబట్టి మా పార్టీ అధ్యక్షుల వారికి మా పార్టీ నాయకులు ఎవరైనా సరే అప్పుడప్పుడు సూచనలు సలహాల రూపంలో లిఖితపూర్వకంగా ఇవ్వచ్చు, ఓరల్గా ఇవ్వచ్చు, రకరకాలుగా ఇవ్వచ్చు. అట్లాగే నేను ఒక మాట మాత్రం చెప్తాను, మనం ఎవరైనా సరే పార్టీలో ఏ హోదాలో ఉన్నా కొన్ని విషయాలు అంతర్గతంగా మాట్లాడాల్సిన విషయాలు అంతర్గతంగా మాట్లాడితేనే బాగుంటుంది. పార్టీ ఫోరమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అధ్యక్షుల వారితో కలిసే అవకాశం ఉంది, లేదా ఆఫీస్ బేరర్స్ ఉన్నారు, కలిసి చెప్పుకునే అవకాశం ఉంది. కాబట్టి అంతర్గతంగానే కొన్ని విషయాలు మాట్లాడితే బాగుంటుంది. అది అందరికీ వర్తిస్తుంది, వీళ్ళకి వాళ్ళకని కాదు, అందరికీ వర్తిస్తుంది. తప్పకుండా ఎవరమైనా ఒకటే, ఈ పార్టీలో అందరం కార్యకర్తలమే.
The National Herald case has gained momentum yet again with Telangana's IT Minister KTR slamming the Congress party over ED charge sheets. KTR accused the Congress of treating Telangana like an ATM, alleging corruption within the party. He questioned Rahul Gandhi's silence on Chief Minister Revanth Reddy's name being mentioned in the ED charge sheet. The BRS, it has demanded Chief Minister Revanth Reddy's resignation over these allegations.
2018-19 में जब पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट रेवंत रेड्डी जी ने थोड़े कांग्रेस के लीडर यंग इंडिया द्वारा जो नेशनल हेराल्ड न्यूज़पेपर चलाने के लिए मदद किए पार्टी की तरफ से, वो 2019 की बात है. आज 2025 में केटीआर आज प्रेस मीट लगा के बोल रहे जैसे कल ही चोरी हुआ. केटीआर का जो भी है ऊपर का फ्यूज निकल गए. उनका बहन जो आज गड़बड़ कर रहे, उनको बहन की भी बोल रहे, उनको बहन को भी बोल रहे, अगर तुम्हारे घर में चोर है, तुम्हारे फादर के आजू बाजू में जो आप बोल रहे चोर है बोल के, तो आप एक सीबीआई इंक्वायरी डालो बोल के बोला.
A new revamped test squad, it has been named by the BCCI ahead of the 5-test tour of England. Shubman Gill, he has been named as the 37th test captain. And big shoes to fill for Shubman with no Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Ashwin in the ranks. Meanwhile, Rishabh Pant, he will be Shubman Gill's deputy. He has been named the vice captain of the Indian men's test cricket team. Meanwhile, Mohammad Shami, he's out of the tour owing to fitness concerns, is what we understand. Jasprit Bumrah's fate, it still remains uncertain amid the fitness worries. Meanwhile, Karun Nair, he has made a return to the squad.